Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa. Thanks for joining us. We have a great show today. I'm so excited. My brothers, Clint Westwood and Magical Mitchie, are here. They drove in today. They start at 3 a.m., hit the road, and we are going to be headed south to Dallas tomorrow morning for our happy hour meetup. Just really excited about it. And all of you that bought a ticket and are joining us, we're going to have a great meetup. Pimpy is meeting us there. He's already in the Dallas area, scoping out the area, and I'm sure causing lots of trouble. So we'll meet you guys there tomorrow and gonna have a great day. We have secured a location for the crypto class on Saturday. It will be a free event. We've had a generous donor provide the location and a free lunch as well for the first 15 or 20 people that sign up. There is a link in the description for that opportunity for the crypto class, and that is for new people to crypto. So if you're looking at and interested in learning more about crypto, how to download a wallet, send crypto, what is crypto, how it can change your life, make it better, check that opportunity out. If you know somebody in the Dallas area that needs that information, please get that information to them so they can join us. So be right back with Johnny Litecoin. Hey, Johnny, thanks for joining us. I'm super excited about this weekend. So thanks for being patient with me. And thanks for sending me this really cool tweet and keeping me up on what's happening in the Twitterverse and crypto world.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Exciting stuff. Exciting week as always. I feel like every week in crypto, there's some new development or there's something going on. So
Definitely. Things are happening faster and faster and faster, it feels like, with what's happening in the economy as well as financially and in the world globally. So definitely
there's
things.
a lot going on right now. I guess there's the talk of the government shutdown, which that's a lot of times people say that's kind of like theater, almost like a false flag to distract us from what they really want to put into these bills. That's complete BS.
Right.
I think your buddy Economic Ninja put out a video about that. But this time could be a little different if they can't come to an agreement, I guess, on it. Or and then we've never been in a situation where people are really frustrated and they've had it like up to their eyeballs with everything going on. So I think it's could be in for some fireworks. Let's see.
Yeah, when the government's not making choices for you or looking out for you, I mean, what's the point of delaying or, the debt ceiling? What's the point in keeping that machine running when it's not looking out for you? So it will be really interesting to see what happens for sure.
It's kind of funny because people don't really understand what do they have to do, this and that. Like, what does this mean? They have to. What they try to do is it's called raising the debt ceiling. That means there's too much debt. They've reached the limit of where they've agreed to that they can go, and there's no more debt that they can pile on. So then they have to come to new terms and say, okay, now we can get this much more in debt. And I think it'd be funny if they couldn't come to an agreement. You'd almost have to go back to like a sound monetary policy in a way, right? Like if they couldn't fund the government based on this fake credit system, what would the alternative be?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of new possibilities. I think it's also that people don't I don't even know. What does that look like? What does it mean if the government isn't able to be funded? What services turn off? What does that, how does that affect our day-to-day living, you know?
Happened a
Um,
couple years ago, when the government workers stopped getting paid. They didn't get paid for a while. So that's what happens first. And let's see, in this climate we're in, how long people can go without getting paid. When it happened a couple years ago, things were normal. So I think people could deal with a lot more than they can deal with now. Now, a lot of people have been forced to do stuff they don't want to do.
mhm.
Or angry. Countries divided. So I can't see this working out too good or too well.
Yeah. Well, I think there are some different solutions this time around. Um, I mean, I went to the pharmacy. We're about to head out, like I said, and go out of town. So I wanted to make sure I had everything I needed. Ran to my pharmacy, and I have my crypto head shirt on that I got from Bit Ninja when he was in business. And she's like, "Does your shirt say crypto on it?" And I said, "Yeah, I've got a YouTube channel." And she's like, "Wait, let me get my phone." She said, "What is it?" I said, "Well, I'm Litecoin Lisa." She's like, "I'm following you right now." She goes, "Can you help me figure out how to accept crypto here at my pharmacy?" And I said, "Sure, I can help you."
Nice.
And so that's where we are right now. And I think people are looking for those other options. So I'm excited. I hope I get to help, somebody in my community learn about crypto and holding their wealth and transacting in crypto, with their business and, personally. So I think that's the kind of thing where everyday life is different now, and people are looking for those other options.
Oh,
Um,
there's a lot more adoption of crypto now than there was a couple years ago. It's out there. A lot of people have heard about it. I was in that barber shop that's accepting Litecoin. We're doing that contest there and trying to do the giveaway. So I was in there. I brought them some more flyers, and I was talking to a few people that are waiting to get their haircut. And the three people I talked to that were waiting in there, they all were somewhat into cryptos. One guy was into it the most. He was even as far as he had done yield farming before, so he was pretty
oh,
deep in the
yeah.
weeds in it. Another guy, he had bought some Dogecoin and he was kind of unsure about stuff. So it's interesting to see everybody's level. I'm actually going to go back there tomorrow or another day next week and sit in there and talk to some more of his clients that come in and just try to get them to download wallets. But one common question that keeps coming up, people keep asking me one thing over and over again. They keep saying to me, "Johnny, why Litecoin? Why Litecoin?" They ask me that. And I just tell them that it's the cryptocurrency that's most closely related or that's best situated to be used as real money.
Mm.
And that works as both a store of value and it's a good medium of exchange. And I said it's most closely tied to Bitcoin. So I kind of always love that Bitcoin story, like that Litecoin's tied to it. They always say like Bitcoin and Litecoin, they had a immaculate conception, and that's kind of how they came. There was no pre-mine, there was no company behind it. So, I tell people all this stuff, and then people say, well, how long's Litecoin been around for? That's another common question I get. And now it sounds great because I could say, hey, it's been around for 10 years. And that's really saying something because, when you talk about money and payments in the real world, you want reliability. As crypto traders and stuff and on crypto Twitter, we want new tech and upgrades and developments and all this stuff. And we get so far ahead of the real world. The real world's more just, they want more normal stuff that works. So, Litecoin is, I always say it's presented as more of an opportunity now because all eyes kind of went off of it. Eyes went on to different projects and different types of cryptos now, and Litecoin is almost like that old trusty, but it's kind of like all eyes off of it right now.
Well, and the significance of the Lightning Network as well.
Yeah.
With Bitcoin sharing the Lightning Network with Litecoin. And then you had sent me the tweet that I guess this is breaking news for everybody. Let's see.
Yeah, let's show everybody this.
Sure,
This
I'm
is big.
sharing the right page. Yeah, hold on one sec, guys. Here we go. This is pretty exciting. So this little crypto hacker here is Jack Mallers, and this is a tweet from Michael Saylor. And this says, Bitcoin on Lightning is the future of global payments. And I would dare to say that Litecoin on Lightning is the future of global payments just from a standpoint of fees. And I guess, Johnny, we'll play this, and then I'd love to know your comments on.
Yeah, I'll give you guys my thoughts on how I think it'll be adopted for Litecoin and Bitcoin and what I see going forward.
And we've got David here in a Starbucks in El Salvador. David has his Strike account linked to his Twitter account, and we're going to make a free, instant cash final remittance payment over Twitter. So I'm going to go search David's Twitter account on my phone. I'm going to find his tips button, and I'm going to send David $10 over Twitter for changing the world. It's going to open my non-custodial Lightning Moon wallet. Anyone in the world can download, and I'm just going to hit send. And boom. We just made an instant free remittance payment from Chicago, Illinois, USA to San Salvador, El Salvador over Twitter. Why would anyone ever use Western Union again? When you take one of the world's largest social internet networks, you combine it with the world's best open monetary network, Twitter accidentally becomes one of the best remitting experiences in the world. This one singular payment standard and this one singular open monetary global monetary network is dematerializing all existing monetary networks. Western Union, pawn to E4, your move.
Bye, Western Union. So,
yeah,
Johnny, thoughts?
Yeah, wow, guys, this is a really big. This is a big development. This is big news. I mean, this
hold
is.
On, guys. I hope you guys can hear Johnny. I can't hear Johnny.
Hello. Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Let's wait. Can you hear me, Lisa? Right in the chat. Oh, so you guys can hear me. Lisa just can't hear me. So I guess I'll wait till she gets back on because I don't want to. I don't want to just talk. Give her another minute. Let's see. But this is exciting stuff, guys, because again, the key for adoption is you have to have something that people already use to begin with. And that's the key to getting Bitcoin or crypto out there. So the fact that Twitter has so many users, and like Jack Mallers was saying in that video, different countries around the world, so many people using this social network, it's easy to use. So now you can enable Bitcoin through the Lightning Network just by touching a button, and then everything's working behind the scenes. this is what we always said kind of in the past, when in the future people would use Bitcoin, Litecoin, or cryptos, and they wouldn't realize they're using it. Kind of like when you flip on a light switch, you don't understand how the electricity works behind the scenes. So Lisa's back. Lisa, can you hear me? No. Lisa, I think Lisa's having I think Public might be right. Look at his comment in the chat. Look at his comment in the chat. But yeah, guys, Lightning Network is going to be big. I mean, this is massive. I can't, this is huge. This could be the biggest thing that's ever happened to crypto in terms of adoption of Bitcoin as a decentralized network. This is enabling Lightning Network right into Twitter, this popular social network. So you guys can still hear me. I think just Lisa can't hear me. So I can keep talking Lightning to you guys. So I want to wait till Lisa gets back on so I can explain how Litecoin will work with this as well in the future. But think of the Lightning Network for Bitcoin. It's in a sense like DeFi, in a sense, because in DeFi, these decentralized exchanges, it's all about liquidity pools. So in a sense, Lightning Network, it's a pool of liquidity, except for a payment network, right? It's not for swapping one token to the other. It's just that second layer that runs on top of Bitcoin. But it's all about the strength of the Lightning Network comes from the capacity that the Lightning Network can handle. And what that means is how much Bitcoin is deposited into these Lightning channels. And I believe as of right now, there's over 2,700 Bitcoins deposited into Lightning Network. So that's about $120 million. It's a lot of money, but there's a lot of room to grow. All right. Lightning Network will grow exponentially in terms of capacity, users, everything. So Tom actually asked in the chat, what are my thoughts on AMP? And then someone else asked, Rick asked, why is Litecoin better than BCH? Let me touch on that first, and I'll touch on AMP. So why is Litecoin better than BCH? Well, Litecoin mines a separate algorithm from Bitcoin. So get rid of every other factor. Can you hear now, Lisa?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Lord, I do not know what happened. Sorry, guys.
I'm answering a few questions in the chat.
Yeah,
Rick and Tom. So I'm answering why Litecoin is better than Bitcoin Cash.
Oh.
So first things first, Litecoin mines on the script mining algorithm. Bitcoin Cash competes with the regular Bitcoin miners. Bitcoin Cash mines SHA-256. So Bitcoin Cash can be attacked at any time from the Bitcoin mining pools, where Litecoin dominates its algorithm, so it can't be attacked by other mining pools. So right there, Litecoin is much more secure than Bitcoin Cash. The other thing was, Rick, Bitcoin Cash was like this, it was very contentious, hard fork, right? And they, it was they actually went and said, we're the new Bitcoin, right? That's why they called it Bitcoin Cash, why they used the Bitcoin name. They didn't really, they didn't do it in good taste, in my opinion. All right. It was very contested, very controversial at the time. This was September time period of 2017. And Litecoin is a fork of the code of Bitcoin. So Litecoin is very compatible with Bitcoin. It's like a kind of like a clone of Bitcoin, but again, it mines that separate algorithm. So there was nothing contentious about Litecoin forking the code. So I think those two factors alone, are huge. We can get it. You can get into other technical factors of use, what's more used in the real world. I don't hate on Bitcoin Cash completely. It does have, there is people that use it at least. So unlike a lot of other cryptos, it's not just all hype. I mean, I'll call it like it is. I'll be fair. So at least there is people using it. Bitcoin Cash, from what I understand, it's a lot more used in Asia. Litecoin definitely be more used in Europe and North America, South America. So I obviously see a lot more Litecoin use than Bitcoin Cash. So that's my thoughts on that. AMP token. Tom asked about AMP token. I really like the Flexa network. So AMP collateralizes the Flexa network, allows it the whole thing to be possible. And you'd stake your AMP, to collect the staking reward. Help secure that network. So I always said AMP is not money. Let's not kid ourselves. Bitcoin and Litecoin is commodity money. AMP is crypto tech. All right. But I'm bullish on crypto tech. So I love what AMP's doing because I love the Flexa network and AMP through the Flexa network, or the Flexa network utilizing AMP, is going to allow us to pay with Litecoin wherever we want, which is really cool. So this is a different approach than the Lightning Network's taking. For me, it's not one or the other. For me, it's going to be both. I want both networks to succeed. And I think you'll see Flexa network more for like your retail payments, and Lightning will be more for like how like a Venmo is used now, and peer-to-peer remittances. Not that it won't be used for merchant payments.
Like what we just saw with the tipping on Twitter.
Exactly. Like how we'd use Venmo today or Cash App today. Mm-hmm. That's how I would anticipate Lightning being used more in the future. Now, and the main thing, and I'm not going to go away from this point, I feel like a lot of what they do is to distract us. Lightning, I think, is to ultimately for them to send dollars over it. And, Strike, I mean, unless someone else can come out and give me a better explanation, and I've used Strike, I'm a Strike user, you're linking a bank account and you're sending dollars across the Lightning network. You're sending dollars through a Lightning channel. So you're starting with dollars. So in my mind, and Michael Saylor said this himself, that Lightning network, he said US dollar is not going anywhere. Lightning network will only make US dollar stronger because it'll enable dollars to be sent. He said people will be sending dollars all over the world over Lightning, and it's all secured by Bitcoin as that ultimate settlement layer. So I think in a sense, you'll see the UBI payments in the future, and a lot of that stuff running over Lightning. I definitely have a strong feeling about that. And how Litecoin will work in with this whole thing. So we've all heard about, or maybe if we haven't, I'll explain what it is. Atomic swaps. Mm-hmm. And I kind of showed you guys an atomic swap that we were doing in to wrap your Litecoin to bring it into like Wand chain and all that. So a cross chain atomic swap, basically you're taking one coin and moving it onto another network. And this will be possible through Lightning. So I think the idea is that the most powerful Lightning network will be the Bitcoin Lightning Network, right? So Lightning running on top of Bitcoin, okay? But what you'll be able to do that I anticipate is that you'll be able to send Litecoin through some type of atomic swap, and then you'll be able to send Litecoin out of that channel easily or into there. So you can move Litecoin, or maybe you'll have to have the Litecoin Lightning Network running simultaneously to the Bitcoin, and then you could just atomic swap through the both of them. I don't know technically. I'm not a Lightning developer. And until I use stuff, it's hard for me to really like wrap my mind around the whole thing. Once I use it, that's why I was comfortable coming out and showing everyone how to use the Wand swap DeFi and all that. Because I was like, I'm actually using it. I'm doing it. Like, I really wrapped my mind around the whole thing. But again, settlement's always going to be onto the Bitcoin blockchain of the layer 1. So, and that's always going to have higher fees and longer wait times. So Litecoin will always benefit from both of those factors. And I already see it right now with the DeFi that I use. If I go to do a cross-chain atomic swap, I've done 1 or 2 with Bitcoin. It takes longer. The fees are more. It's not that I won't do it. It's just kind of like, well, Litecoin's a better option. And then people have asked me, they said, Johnny, I want to try to move some money into there. How do I do it? I said, well, you have to take a more popular crypto and move it into there. Which one? Oh, I'll buy some Bitcoin or ETH and do it. I said, I would buy Litecoin and do it because you're going to benefit from the fast confirmation times and low fees. So,
well, I'm wondering what, as we saw El Salvador send all of their citizens that goodie bag with vitamin C and lots of other positive things and $30 of Bitcoin. And then they had these ATMs set up everywhere. And they could go and swap their Bitcoin. And I can't remember all the coins on there, but I know Litecoin was one of the options. I wonder what the result of that was. Now it's been, a few days, or maybe, I guess it's been more than a week, maybe 2 weeks now. I'm wondering if we're starting to see those transactions start to happen, if we're seeing some movement to Litecoin. Do you know, have you seen any of that data on any of that yet?
you know what?
What the spending is?
We can start to check Google search trends and things of that nature. That would probably give us a good indication.
Yeah, because I'm really curious what the spending is on that. If they're starting to see like, oh, wait, if I spend this in Bitcoin, it's going to have these fees. And if those real life experiences are starting to happen.
It's hard to track where network activity comes from because, like Bitcoin and Litecoin, they're open networks. So you can see, you have a map so you can see where everything's settling and going to. But you can't see who the holder is, what country they're in, or any of that. So I think the best way for us to do would be maybe to look at some Google search trends and all that. Maybe we can come back before next week and we could run some searches and see.
Yeah, I know somebody had sent me a link one time that showed a map and coins moving around. I can't remember where it is, but anyway, I'm curious if that's having an effect and if that's starting to play out.
Someone asked about XLM. I really have a problem with coins like XLM or XRP even. And, you know, look, I hope they get adoption because, you know, actually XRP, a lot of what they're building, Litecoin will integrate with it. So if they build cool stuff and Litecoin integrates with it, then I guess it's a win for crypto. But as far as the coin as being a money goes, I'm into first and foremost proof of work, right? That's your cost of creation, no pre-mine, all that good stuff. But then second, I would be more into the staking stuff, because then at least staking is the coins are being created at least in more of a fair manner. Not people argue proof of work's the most fair, but staking, obviously, they're released in more of a fair manner than just something that's pre-mined altogether. I mean, how is that fair, and how is that not some type of security offering? So, you know, but look, I don't totally hate on all this stuff because I want this stuff to get adoption. Like XRP is really involved with this Flare network, right? And Flare network has a dedicated rewards pool for Litecoin holders. So people a lot of time in the beginning misconstrued this. They said, is this an airdrop? Is this an airdrop?
Yeah.
It's going to be a rewards pool, kind of like, it's going to be like a yield farming rewards pool dedicated for people that fund to the Litecoin pool. At least that's how I would anticipate it, because that's how DeFi and all this works. So that's pretty cool. At least, you know, you can earn, and then I would assume if it's like other protocols, you can swap right back into Litecoin. And if they get some type of payment option and there's decentralized bridges, the main thing I'm going to look for in this stuff, for me, everything has to go live. And then when it goes live, is like I love the on-chain swap stuff because you can get into it in a decentralized manner and you can get out of it in a decentralized manner. And you could swap your coins, move in and out of it. There's no third party in control. To me, that's a winning formula that they built, because they built bridges that there's no third party that needs to, you know, manage them or control them. So, you know, that to me obviously is an awesome thing. Let's see what happens when that Flare network comes out, what the deal is with that.
Interesting. I did not realize XRP was so tied up in Flare. I knew it was a big disappointment when they were talking about and kind of pushed it as an airdrop, or that was my understanding. And then when we looked into it more, it was like, no, that's not what it was. And then there was another coin recently that we're involved with, a pack, and they were also doing or Flare was talking about kind of the same deal with them. And I was like, guys, don't get your hopes up, because it's not going to be what you think it is.
I don't think it's though. So I think a lot of people got excited because they heard airdrop, right?
Yeah, I think it was misleading.
Right, but I think that was news that might have went out there, because every video I watched them put out, the Flare network people were always clear that it was a rewards pool. They weren't misleading themselves, right? So in fairness to them, so I like that they have this. Personally, I think it's a cool thing they have this rewards pool for Litecoin holders, because then what I would assume, just like with WanSwap, you can probably wrap your Litecoin. You'll probably convert some of it into Flare or whatever they have on
whatever
whatever the deal is. And then by staking it in there, you'll be able to get money from the Litecoin rewards pool. And then as long as it's a good DeFi, again, I'll report back. Again, I'm not saying this isn't live yet, but as long as it's good and airtight, then you'll be able to convert right back into regular Litecoin if you want. And now that to me is a winner, because you could bring your Litecoin, you move it onto another network, put it to work, and you can move it back out and do what you got to do. So I'm still positive on the Flare network, but they got to go live. I'm not touting anything, and I don't tweet about it, or I'm not going to hype anything up until I see it in action go live. And that's, again, I repeat, that's why I talk so much about WanSwap and Zookeeper and WanLend and all the stuff in the WanChain ecosystem. It's all live and works right now. I did the live demo for you guys. So for me, I kind of like to see people like put their money where their mouth is and see the action. We say action speaks louder than words.
Yeah. And none of this is financial advice. And I don't like XRP, so I'm not a big fan of this.
I don't like XRP either.
So,
I don't like XRP either. So they just seem to be involved in some networks from what I can tell. So all I can say is if they help develop the stuff, and if it stays in a decentralized manner, I'll root for them from that end. Now, one interesting thing, I'll give you guys a conspiracy for you guys.
On our channel, a conspiracy? Really?
One thing I've noticed, a lot of people that I've talked to really seem to like XRP. And I'm like, why? And it's like, a banker's thing, this and that.
Yeah.
And these are people that are more like you would never think would like the bank and these things. They're more like almost kind of like gangster, like street type of guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like those types of guys. And what they're saying to me, so I ask them, what are you guys seeing with this XRP? They're seeing the battle they have in court. One guy goes, yo, XRP. He goes, they had a good day in court today. And it's almost like they're watching like a gangster like pal of theirs that got nailed by the government, like a drug kingpin or something. And they're rooting for them to beat the government in the case. And these people are rooting for XRP. They're looking at XRP as almost like taking on the government. And in my mind, it's like a false flag. It's like, no. They're
JP Morgan. Yeah.
Yeah. That's them.
Yeah.
But
no.
So I find that very interesting. So to me, that's my conspiracy, guys. I don't know if they did that intentional to get all these guys like behind them,
to make them think like a Robin Hood kind of thing,
like a Robin Hood type of thing. And these are people that like I'll meet just when I'm walking around. I've been walking in and out of a lot of places recently. Yeah. I'm taking advantage of it. You know what? Before they lock things down again, I'm out there. I'm like, you know what? Let me get out there. Let me do what I could do now. So I've been walking around a lot. And I've been really noticing that. And I'm like, people ask me why Litecoin, the two most common questions, why Litecoin? And then a lot of these people that like XRP, that's what they're saying. And I'm just like, I'm scratching my head, but then I'm almost like, why?
Well, you know what? As long as you're having conversations and there's critical thinking involved and everybody is making those decisions for themselves, right now we're talking about this taking personal responsibility for our health, for our wealth, and for our safety. And so having those conversations and then making those decisions for ourselves, that's what it's all about. And that's what moves us to freedom. And I think that's what moves us to the future of our country. So you gotta respect that decision when somebody is, if they're thinking for themselves and they're having those conversations and making those decisions, then I'm all for it.
I'm all for it. It's you know what? I don't ever want to force. We never want to force thinking. We just want people to and that's even what we'll do. We'll show you how to use the stuff, and we'll show you we'll do a demo for you on how to use a DEX, but you got to come to the decision to say, hey, this is the right thing for me to do. Now I'm going to take this tool and use it. Wendell asked, wrapped Litecoin, ? So yeah, Wendell, you can, and actually there's a couple videos ago, I did a demo about it and how to use WanSwap, and you can wrap your Litecoin. So you go through a cross-chain bridge, and you wrap your Litecoin. You could wrap your Litecoin for less than 2 cents, and you can put it to work. You can access decentralized lending markets through something called WanLend. You can deposit it into a liquidity pool and yield farm with it. You can convert it into another token and go into some other dApps they have in there. So you could really do a bunch of different stuff. You can convert into a stable coin. You could send back out into any currency that you want as well. The two things I like in there that seem pretty cool is I really like when you wrap your Litecoin using the WanLend dApp. That's a lending market. To me, a decentralized lending market is key. Lending's never going to go anywhere. The borrowing and lending enables society to advance. So it's just that we're doing it now on fake credit and everything. If you go back to crypto, does it the right way. It does borrowing and lending. It's all collateral based. That's the way things are supposed to be. That's the way the world kind of was before 1971, before we came off the gold standard, before every dollar out there, before money became debt. So, Wendell said, heard it may be wrapped on Flare. Again, Wendell, Flare's not live yet. So I'm excited for it to go live. I'll check it out. I'll test it out, and I will report back to you guys. But what is live now is that WanSwap protocol. And like I said, saying WanLend is that decentralized lending market. And WanSwap is their decentralized exchange. It's called an AMM, which is an automated market maker. And Lisa, was I talking to you guys about this and how these DEXs, these decentralized exchanges, being these AMMs, these automated market makers, this is actually how we kind of beat the bad guys.
Yeah, definitely.
You can't manipulate in this system. You manipulate with the order books.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, because you were talking about how it's open.
Yes.
To you, that you can see where in the current system, those order books are closed and we don't get to see behind the scenes, but you get to see the order books.
Yeah. So it's cool. So then you can, in WanSwap, which is that DEX, you can provide your liquidity and you can yield farm. And what yield farming is, you're farming or you're mining. They also call it liquidity mining. You're farming the governance token of the ecosystem or of that dApp. So in WanSwap, the governance token is WASP, WASP, okay? And every liquidity pool you enter, you have to provide even liquidity with WASP. So if you have to provide equal share of wrapped Litecoin and WASP. Mm-hmm. And then you're farming that WASP governance token. So cool, nice thing is you can convert it back whenever you want, whatever you're farming, right back into Litecoins. You may say, I don't want to keep WASP. I want to convert it right back into Litecoin.
So it's not locked up, like, because a lot of times, like when we're staking stuff, there are certain coins when we're staking, you have to like unstake, and it might take several days or different things. So that's kind of a cool thing.
Through these liquidity pools in WanSwap, there's no lockup period at all. You're totally liquid. You can withdraw your liquidity at any time. You'll collect your share of the transaction fees that went through there. So definitely a good source of passive income, and it's also too a good tool to know how to use. So definitely, I'd look into playing around with some of this stuff. You can easily do it. Just download that WAN wallet and just go to wanchain.org and you'll see a link for their wallet. Ideally, do it on a laptop computer because then you can enable what's called a WAN bridge, which is that cross-chain bridge. And then right in that wallet, you can do your cross-chain atomic swap to wrap your Litecoin and move your
And
stuff.
if you guys have any other questions, Johnny's DMs are open and he is happy to help you guys during this process, or if you've got more questions with that. This is the weekend. We're super excited. We're headed down to Dallas for the Crypto Happy Hour Roadshow meetup and crypto class. The meetup is closed. We have sold our tickets and we're super excited about that. But we are having the crypto class on Saturday, and that has, we have some availability on that. So you can find out, I created a meetup tab for that where you can go, sorry about that. Go to meetup.com. There is a link in the description, and you can RSVP to that. There is lunch provided by a generous donor, and Westwood will teach you all about crypto. If you guys know people in the Dallas area that need to know about crypto, how to download wallets, move crypto around, we're going to have that opportunity. It's from 11 to 1 at the Plano Elks Lodge, and super excited about that as well. And then we're following that up with, right around the corner is our Jersey meetup.
Yes.
Where's my tab for that? On October 15th, we're going to be at the Doghouse Saloon, and Johnny coordinated this all for us. So we're really excited. You guys can meet us there on October 15th. What time we'll probably get there around 3 and do the 3 to 6. We'll be streaming live at 4 p.m. Oh, wait, are we going to change the time? I didn't think of that because we'll be in a different time zone.
Well, probably get there around maybe we'll get there around maybe we'll get there 3:30, start getting there, and then maybe we'll start the stream around 5, I guess.
Okay. Normal, we'll be flexible. So
yeah. Be flexible.
It'll be a surprise, but really excited to see everybody. We'll be celebrating my birthday, doing lots of giveaways there as well, from our sponsors, Monarch, Perpetual Assets, and Change Angel. And we've got Litecoin to give away from the Litecoin fam. Yeah. And at this month's giveaway, Public Awakening is giving away a Litecoin, and then also the Litecoin fam. So lots of fun stuff going on. You guys can check all that out. So I am
Litecoin fam always comes through, and Litecoin people always seem to come through with good giveaways and stuff.
Impressive.
The community supports the community, which is awesome.
Definitely. I'm also giving away this month. So this month is about to end. This is my gift for my raffle for Patreon members. So anybody that is a current member or any new members signing up this month, you'll be entered in a raffle for these rocks glasses.
Even me, Lisa, even though I'm on the show, because I'm a member of your Patreon.
Yes, heck yeah.
I hope I win because I love those. I think those.
They're so cool. Yeah. So they're etched. So DGB on Twitter created these. So everybody that's a Patreon member and any new members will be entered in a drawing for these. So if you join my Patreon, it's $5 a month. It supports the channel. And that's my item for this month. So if you're not already a Patreon member, please consider joining. You can have direct access to message me. I check those pretty regularly. if anybody's a Patreon member, you can get in touch with me. And I try to have a video call with everybody that joins at the beginning. And then there's also other opportunities to contact me on there. And then I also post a lot of other content on there for my Patreon members. So just other ways to get more information and stay in the loop. So thanks everybody for being patient with me. Sorry about the weird audio thing. I don't know why it didn't connect, but thanks for having my back, Johnny.
That's all right. I always have plenty to talk about. I was like, we'll wait for Lisa, and I waited like 3 seconds. I was like, so let me talk more about Lightning Network to you guys.
Yeah. Well, you have a lot of great information, so I knew you could handle it. But all right, everybody, take care, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow in Dallas. We're going to have a great time. See you guys next time.